What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to part 12 of our Pokemon ZU walkthrough. In the previous episode, we left Still Life Town, we took a boat across a lake and arrived in a brand new part of the region. We explored new routes and then arrived in Ambretta Town, which is the home to King Aster. We explored all of Ambretta Town and saved the fortress for last. So we finished off the episode by entering the fortress and officially meeting King Aster. And then we got the bad news that the townsfolk are rebelling and trying to break into the fortress to capture King Aster. So we were assigned the task to protect King Aster and try and get him out of the castle or to a room in the castle where we can keep him safe. So that's what we are currently doing. We are exploring the fortress and trying to get King Aster to one of the back rooms or potentially out of the fortress without the people catching him. So there are a couple trainers here that we have to battle and we're slowly figuring our way through. There are some awesome items to pick up as well, but hopefully we can keep the king safe. As you guys know, Lanto is the wealthiest guy in the region and he seems to be working with Team Azoth, so he's funding the organization and they're going around from town to town and influencing all the people with their wealth and painting a bad image about King Aster. So that's why all the people are starting to go crazy. We really need to try and stop Team Azoth. Luckily, we did defeat Lanto in one of the previous episodes. We've got to try and stop him permanently. But now it looks like we have found one of the back rooms, but it looks like the townspeople have now entered the fortress. But Aster does tell us that there is actually a secret exit. So we might be able to find it and make our way out just in the nick of time before all the townspeople find us. It's not a good sign that they are in the fortress already. So there is that little cave entrance that we're going to try and make our way through now. Hopefully that can take us out of the fortress and to safety. We pick up the last few items and then head down into the dungeons. Here you can heal up your Pokemon, and there's also the guy that offers to trade a random Pokemon for you here. If you move one of the wooden crates, you will find a tunnel into the cave. The cave looks pretty creepy and there are a whole bunch of dragon fossils in the wall. We also find that the path out is blocked, so we're actually stuck down here. And now all the revolutionaries, all the town people have found the entrance down to the cave and have made their way down here too. We sense a strong power and hear a strange noise, and then Team Azoth leader Elka just drops down. So it looks like we might be in a bit of trouble. We might actually have to battle her now, and she is super strong, so I've got no idea if we can actually defeat her. After chatting to Elka for a while, we find out that she's also after King Aster. She wants to try and stop him at all costs. And then she starts testing out her powers. And it's really creepy. All of a sudden, the dragon fossils come to life. And they're actually Pokemon. So she brings Tyrantrum and Aurorus back to life, the two strong fossil Pokemon, and it looks like we might have to actually battle them now. So I've got no idea how many Pokemon she's going to use, or if she's just going to use these two. But it looks like she has a full team of 6 Pokemon, and her Pokemon are at level 100. I think we definitely don't stand a chance at all. Both of our first 2 Pokemon, Pikachu and Haunter, both got one-shotted. And we sent out Marowak and Hypno next, but I don't think you can cause any damage to the opponents. You've just got to lose this battle. So yes, the battle is cut short. Elka says we are no match for her, and there's definitely no way we can defeat a full team of 6 Pokemon that are all at level 100. Our Pokemon are only at level 40. But then, just in the nick of time, Amelia and General Malo have destroyed the rocks that were blocking the path and rescued us just in the nick of time. So now we can actually try and run away and make our way out of the cave. I've got no idea where it leads. So we try and explore some of the cave, and then we find the same miners that we found last episode in the cave near the beach. So it must be the same cave. We can now exit out onto the beach just outside of Ambretta Town. And it looks like we have saved the king. So Amelia General Merlot and King Aster have all made it out of the cave, and we have escaped the fortress and the townspeople who are all rebelling. That was super close, but I'm glad that we kept the king safe and protected. And I'm really annoyed. I want to battle Elka and defeat her so badly, but we've got a lot of work to do. I can't wait to officially battle her again. We just need to get our Pokemon leveled up, and then we'll teach her a lesson for sure. She's just so powerful. But now it looks like King Astra and Amelia have headed on to another town. And we have found another ferryman who has taken us to a brand new region. And this is a really special area. As you can see, we are on a little island in the middle of nowhere. And this island has a whole bunch of puzzles. If you can complete all of the puzzles, you'll get a special reward. So you're going to head up north and meet a special guy called the Riddle King. He asks if you want to take on the 4 riddle challenge. So we do agree, and we're going to show you exactly how to complete all 4 of the riddles. They are quite tricky because he just gives you a little clue, a little riddle, but you don't actually know exactly what's going on. So the first little riddle, the thing we have to do is find all 5 of these stars. There are little plants in the pot plants that look like stars, and there are 5 of them all scattered around this garden. So you have to go and find all 5 of them to complete the first riddle. So we've already found 2. Some of them are on the outskirts and some of them are in the center of the garden. We have now found 3, so we've only got 2 more to find. And it's kind of like a maze here. They've got a whole bunch of hedges that are blocking your path, so you just have to explore a bit. We've also just spotted a Donphan statue, so there are some interesting things to find in this garden. I'm guessing they are for some of the other riddles. And you can also find some interesting Pokemon here in the wild. We've just encountered a wild phalanx, which we have caught with an Ultra Ball. So we are going to try and catch a few wild Pokemon off camera. And we've also just found the 5th and final star. So that completes the first riddle. After that, you can go back to the Riddle King and get a reward. Now it's just to work our way back through this little maze. But we find the Riddle King, and then he gives us the second riddle, which is a number. And if you split it in 2, it becomes 3. And if you lay it on its side, it becomes infinity. So I'm guessing this is the number 8, because if you split 8 in half, it would make 2 3s kind of. And if you lay the number 8 on its side, it makes the infinity symbol. So we just have to figure out where we can add the number 8. We do find 4 signs here with numbers, but they only go up to 3, I believe. So we have to put 2, 2, 2, 2 on each one to make 8 in total. And it seemed that did the trick. So you've got to go find those signs, add 2 on each board to make 8, which is the answer, and then you will complete the second riddle. And now for the third riddle, he gives us some kind of clue about an elephant and a mouse kind of thing. I know you guys have heard of the story where the elephant is terrified of a baby mouse, and we also find a Pikachu here. So I'm guessing we have to move this Pikachu all the way to where that Donphan statue is. So Pikachu acts as the little mouse and Donphan acts as the elephant. So I'm hoping that will complete the third riddle. It is quite tricky moving Pikachu all the way to Donphan, so just be careful. It's not difficult, it just takes a bit of time. But we finally get there and push Pikachu right in front of Donphan, and yes, it looks like that has completed the third riddle. The Riddle King asks us to return for the 4th and final riddle, and the last riddle tells us that if we question the king 7 times, it will bring a battle. So you actually have to ask the same thing to the king 7 times in a row. He'll repeat the same thing over and over again. But then after the 7th time of questioning him, he will agree and take us on for a battle. So we're going to battle the Riddle King. I'm super curious to see what Pokemon he's going to have. I'm hoping he's not too strong and that we are able to defeat him. So it looks like he has 3 Pokemon, and the first one is kind of a trick Pokemon. We think it's a Shedinja, but it turns out it is a Zoroark. So he does have a Riddle-like Pokemon. It kind of fits in with his whole vibe. Zoroark is kind of like a trick Pokemon that can camouflage itself into other Pokemon. But we defeat Zoroark, and the second Pokemon he sends out is Sudowoodo, which again everyone assumes is a grass-type Pokemon, but it's actually a rock-type. And his final Pokemon is a Shedinja, which can only be defeated with secondary damage, so direct attacks won't work. You either have to poison it or some kind of attack like that. So we put Shedinja to sleep, and our Nightmare ability caused some damage. So wow, really fun. I enjoyed all 3 of those riddles, and as a reward he gave us a Regal Wig. The Regal Wig item is really impressive. You can use it on Eevee to evolve it into a brand new evolution, which is called Royaleon. So it's definitely worthwhile trying to complete all of those riddles. But now we've headed up north to a brand new region, and there is an important item that you have to pick up here. As you can see, there are 3 rocks, and we just picked up a sword hidden in one of them. So you want to make sure that you go and collect that sword. It's very important. There are also a whole bunch of other items to pick up along this route. So do take your time and try and pick up everything that you come across. There is a section where you can explore on the beach, and then you can also go upstairs to this mountainous area. There are a couple trainers to battle, but then eventually you will find this man with a green hat called Espino, and he was looking for the sword. So if you return the sword to him, he will take you on for a battle, and he's kind of tough. But luckily he only has 3 Pokemon, but the first Pokemon he sends out is a level 44 Farfetch'd. So our Braixen finally knocks it out, but then he sends out a Lucario. So we've kept Braixen in, and luckily our fire-type moves are super effective. But then his final Pokemon is Cerulege, one of the latest Pokemon from Gen 9 and a fan favorite. And Cerulege is pretty strong. It knocks out 2 of our Pokemon. We've sent out Haunter now, but I think Haunter is also going to get knocked out. Luckily, we put Cerulege to sleep and finish it off before we get KO'd. And after defeating this guy, he will return to one of the towns and offer you some kind of service. We head up north to a new route where we're going to end off the episode. Thanks for watching.